All right, YouTube. It is Thursday. I think it's the 19th. 19th. So I've had many diverse professions in my. I've been working since I was 16, 26, 36, 46. In my 30 years of working. Anywhere from part-time supervisor at United Parcel Service. My first job was White Castles when I was 16. Burger King, Motorola. There's so many things that I literally, and this is at the dawn, almost at the dawn of the cell phone era. Probably not the dawn, but probably somewhere in the afternoon area. I worked at Ford Motor Credit, customer service, finance manager, loss prevention, Ford Motor Credit. I got some big names. If I have a resume and it looked like a menu, it would be a very tasty menu. Where else have I worked at? CDL driver, Class B for DS Sparklets. You guys may know it as Hinckley and Schmidt, depending on where you are. I worked for Consolidated Resorts Timeshare Option as a top-end, high-end collector. I helped out in the bread, delivering bread, doing that for a minute. Where else? And we're not talking about we're talking about within 30 years, and we ain't talking about no short stints, me up and leaving and quitting, blah blah blah. 2 years here, 4 years there, 5 years here. And then I landed where I am at today in this trade of the pool industry, doing swimming pools. And I'm trying to figure out, I follow the trend. The problem with Las Vegas, and it was going on when I first became a poolman, but there's a but to this. There's a but to this. This was, we still had a lot of heavy hitters out there, a lot of support. You got, the problem with my industry now is it's oversaturated. There's an oversaturation. New blood coming in the door. And along with this new blood coming inside the door comes, they're trying to get their feet wet, so they're lowering their prices. It happened. I was guilty of doing this before I understood the business when I started out. So I definitely understand. So I've been doing this since 2012, 22, 23, 24, 25. So 13 years. That may not seem like a lot compared to some of the big dogs. Even though people call me OG, in the realm that I'm in, when I sit down and talk to the new technicians, I'm in there. But I'm the big dog that knows the bigger dogs, the Scott Schulers, the builders of the pool companies, because I was little brother to them. Meaning that after me, there were no more little brothers being made. If you guys can follow my drift, after me, there were no more little brothers being made. I birthed a young guy myself, and he's doing very well. But there's no more little bros being made. So I still have all of that knowledge in me, where I could do this in my sleep. People don't even know that I can do full-on repairs, because I don't carry this is how old school I am. I don't even have a tool chest on the back of my truck. Never have, never will. I show up I bring a bucket of what I need. I might just have 4 tools in my hand, 4, maybe 5. 4, maybe 5. And if I need to bring out my electrician bag, I do, because I get tired of carrying all the stuff. That's how low key I am. And when I sit there and I do a repair and I knock it out, no, this is the problem, it's A, B, C, and D. We didn't even know. How do we fix our towels? How do we do? I have all this knowledge. This knowledge of, no, this is what's going on. It's not that, it's this. You know, I wouldn't recommend you do that. You know, one guy was talking about doing some crazy stuff to his yard. I was like, no, we think it's a pool and it's the wet area. I said, no. You see that little wet patch way over there? I said, where's your sprinkler system at? I said, you dig all those rocks up and be very careful. You're going to hit a sprinkler. See, I have all this knowledge in me that literally, if you just sit down and talk to me, it will save you thousands. And mind you, here's the thing. I am not the cheapest and I'm not the most expensive. You know, I seen some guys service $200, $220, and rightfully so they should be. You know, they had techs to pay for and all that. I understand. Last client I went to, I sat down, I looked at their pool. They saw my number on the back of the truck. I got to do that, right? They saw the number on the back of my truck and they said, we got a problem. When can you show up? I said, I looked at my watch and I said, I'll be there around this time, and I'll give you guys a 30-minute heads up before I show up. When I showed up on time as scheduled, they said to me, you were the only person that showed up. Only person. And mind you, if you look at my old company, you're gonna find, if you look me up on Yelp, you're gonna find negative reviews. Negative, this guy, blah, blah, blah. One guy called me a bag of blah, blah, blah. Because here's the thing. Can I curse on this now? I'm going to say it because the Lord already knows this is my heart. I don't take shit. I don't freaking take shit. I'll pick up my bag, go, blah, blah, blah. But if you think about over the 200 plus clients I had over the past 13 years, I probably touched over 300 pools in the valley. If all of those people gave a review from me, they had to add some more stars on there. I'm not kidding, because people only really post the negative. And if they do post good, I had years ago this woman posted good, and something I wouldn't do for her. I said, no, I'm not doing that. Her good turned into negative. I even gave her money back. They'll never say that. He gave us our money back. They post up because they get upset. You know, but I'm digressing from that. And here's the thing, I'm still surviving today. Even if I was under the old company name, I'd still be rolling around. Life taught me that. Everybody's not for you. You're not gonna make everybody happy. But anyway, what we have going on now is you have the cycle happening again, a crop of new guys coming in, and I run into them all the time, and I tell them, I said, yo, you need to raise your prices. I am telling you this because I know I've been down the path that you have been down, and it ran me into bankruptcy, and it ran me into, because I was so low that when I needed to raise the prices, the customers was like, no, we're gonna find somebody else. I don't want you because I am cheap. Want me because I'm good. Want me because I'm dependable. One guy was like, you always do what you say. If you spell it out for us, blah, blah. And I said, if customers don't like that, they can't say I didn't tell them. It's very upfront, very frank. This is how my program rolls. They can say that, you know, they can say that. And at the same time, you guys may not know me, but by my tone, business speaking, you can tell, now this dude, man, 2 emergencies. They must have had it on the radio. Business speaking, this guy, Papa don't take no mess. Papa don't take. And I used to think about some of the stuff that I used to roll up and do if I didn't get paid, blah, 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 blah. I had all that big energy. I still have big energy. But this big energy right now is literally, it's like, it's the equivalent of a lion that's grown his mane and just sitting down watching the young pride running around. You know, like these new potential clients. I told them what it was. I said, hey, this is my fee, but I know guys that come back here and quote you just a little bit shy of under 1,000, if not that. Tell you that you need an asset wash, blah, 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 blah. I said, I know those guys, and they're not wrong. That's how they roll. Never knock a man's price. But I can tell them, I say, hey, do not do this, because if you end up doing this, you're going to end up in a world of trouble. I said, if you guys are really trying to, you know, if the 650 I'm giving you, which is lower than most right now, if that's a problem, let me tell you how to do everything for free. Let me DIY you if you have time. And I sat down, I showed them where the drain out was. I said, hey, you don't got to carry all the heavy equipment like I carry. Go to Harbor Freight. You know, go get your backpack spreader. Go get you all this. And then I told them after that, and I said, then if you still want my services after you've done all the heavy lifting, because I'm 47, folks. I said, after you've done all the heavy lifting, and I have a guy like this, he said, I did everything you said. Thank you. Come service the pool. After you've done all of the heavy lifting, give me a call back. I'll maintain it for you. I've been told them once you get it filled, this is what y'all gonna run into. You know, you're gonna run into having to try to keep the chlorine in it, and you're still gonna go green again. So once you guys are done with the heavy lifting, give me a call up. I've always been that way. But what you have now is you have a crop of new guys coming in, and I'm working in an oversaturated market where there are not enough pools to go around. There used to be, no, there's enough pools to go around, blah, blah, blah. Now everybody, you know, you working for somebody. I hire Lil Tim on and pay him $15 a pool. Lil Tim, happened to me, I was Lil Tim before, says, I like this, and I can do this for myself, and Lil Tim takes off, and he starts to build his own brand. And I'm going to tell you, there's nothing wrong with that. It happens to all of us. You know, it happens. I don't blame you. But Lil Tim is working a lot harder than me. So I tell Lil Tim, yo, this is my program. This is what I got set up. This is how I'm living. You need to structure your business right now after the summer ends like this, because I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. I am trying to save your industry. If I can have a union for this industry, I would. And the killer part is, this industry isn't found in books. You know, you can go to school for an AC technician. You can go to school for plumbing. You can go to school for an electrician. But there's no people, when people say you learn how to do this, it literally is the secret trade. You know, where people, you know, even when they have chemical problems, they'll say, hey, this is your problem. This what it is. Hey, you can either love me or hate me for it. Can you? I'll tell you how to fix it, because I'm OG now. I'm big. Look, I got 64 clients on the books. I'm down 15 from last year. And I told my wife, I said, I am down because my pricing is too high for them now. And the pricing is too high compared to the newbies starting out. My pricing, shoot, you see 175, 190, all of a sudden, you know, you got 100 young guppies swimming around at 140. Yeah, I take it. But they're going to run into a wall. They're going to run into a wall. And that wall is, you've got to be able to afford that pool. You got to be able to afford that pool in the height of the summertime. You got to be able to afford, you know, keeping it chlorinated. And Kim's, you know, Trump is jumping up on the tariffs, his cabinet. And if anybody knows, we have been here before where a lot of guys aren't here, because they could not afford to keep maintaining the pool. It kept going and I got the call. Well, my guy keep doing this. Well, how much you paying him? Well, we only paying him $110 a month. I said, you need to pay that man more money. And that's the problem you're going into. He can't afford your pool. So thinking about the career change, I said, which way to go? Plumbing won't let me in the door, not unless I become an indentured worker of the union, and then I got to be accepted. Same thing with electricians. Same thing with, I read something else, and I said, if you look at my garage, you're going to be like, what are all these for? What you got pipe cutters, you got all this, you got this, you got that. It's like, because we do everything in this trade. Like one guy in HVAC said, he said, we touch everything. Can I do plumbing? I'm quite sure when I didn't need to show up with CO2 to blow out a line, people were amazed. Wait, you didn't have to blow out the line? No. And I explained to them what exactly I had created, called head pressure. I said, you got to create pressure at the main, blah, blah. See, I have a technical mind. Not only do I have a technical mind, I have a corporate mind to run a business, to keep going, to make the profits. So I said to myself, what's the next phase for me? I'm 47. I can't dangle my feet and say, hey, let me train your guys, because a lot of guys in this industry will see me as a viable threat. They will, and a threat I will be, because I'm just that damn good. I am just that good. What am I saying now? Somebody was sending me a text. But where do I go here? And I said to myself, well, there's always a back door. Like one of my clients said in music, well, you don't necessarily got to go to school. I think you'd make a great teacher if you just teach the youth, and thank you for that if you're listening to this. And I say, well, that's what I decided to do. I'll reach out, and I can market that way. And I could still go on, like I told my wife today, to pay for my additional learning from some very good pianists that really enjoy teaching. A person like me, they'd be like, look, man, I just like to put my mark on you, pause, no Diddy, and make you greater. But I found something. I said, okay, so if we're going to do this, you guys see nothing about... You guys might see emergency pool service on the back of this side, but on that side it says residential and commercial services. Change a ceiling fan. You need me to change out an AC unit. Hey, look, there's a way to go in the back door to get into the front. And I told my wife, I said, this is what I'm going to do. And when the time comes, it's not music. I said, my music, this is gonna. The passion is going to burn like a wildfire on its own, and it's going to grow. Like the LA fires, the fires in California, it's going to grow. I said, however, in order to sustain and to become marketable and to have another industry be like, we want that dude, this is where I'm going to go. This is where I'm going to invest my dollars and my time in. And when I'm ready to hang my hat up, and Craig told me I was going to do this many years ago. He said, you're going to have to walk away into a different industry, take a breather. And he's an old head. And I said, then come back to it. You still make the same amount of money. And to me, here's the thing. When I'm looking at all these things online, well, how much money can I make? Look, I'm not even worried about that. If I ain't barely got no bills, if this business is churning a good profit anyway, hey, let's hurry up, move this out the way so I can focus on these studies, and then chop right here and then make that move. It's going to seem like a lateral move, but it's actually going to be a move upward. You dig? It's going to be a move upward to get me into, okay, well, we'll pay for you to do the rest. We got an internship. You're accepted. Blah, 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 blah. And we still keep rolling. That's what a man does. I asked my wife, I said, what would be the plan if shit hits the fans? Because she's a nurse practitioner. She said, well, I just go back to work full time. I said, but it's not your thought. It's not that's not what you should be thinking about. It's the man that has the plan and the vision, and he tells you, hey, what it's going to be. He tells you, and I laid out everything to her, and she was like, I'm with that. So, like, subscribe, I'm just blowing some steam off, thinking about some stuff today. So like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and share this message. Peace.